Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he thumps it clear. And it's Thuram. Bastoni. Rijkaard. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Pull it. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Pull it. That's really well cleared. Shevchenko. Thuram. Some resolute defending there. Being still separated by the game's only goal. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953 spettatori.
It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Rijkaard. Serginho.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He rises! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, the manager must have thought to himself, we're just narrowly ahead, so it's best to withdraw anybody showing signs of fatigue.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Ribery. Di Lorenzo makes the interception. And it's Snyder. Abraham! Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, you can only assume that the...
Face-to-face, tries a shot! He's got a goal! AC Milan are all square.
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Half an hour gone in the second half. And that could set him on his way.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Pressing high and with purpose. Who saw this coming? Milan certainly weren't expecting this. Leicester. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 17.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Numero 20.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Turns and goes back. Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
McTominay! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
He's in plenty of space here. Keeper's ball. McTominay. Milan finding their passes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's got full. It's a loose ball. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. The action has already started. Shevchenko. Maldini clears it away. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Shevchenko.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
It's more a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true. Just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Roberto Baggio. Pirlo. Kaká. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Just eases him off the ball. Rijkaard cuts it out. Pirlo. And here's Vieri. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's only too happy. He's had a hit! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Shevchenko just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Still goalless. And it's Hullet. Hullet. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And he's cut it out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And here's Hullet. Hullet stood his ground strongly. And he's there to belt it away.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Martinez. And that could set him on his way. Good read, needed to be.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kaká going face to face with his great rival. Now this could be a chance. Can he finish? Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Di Lorenzo gets good distance on it. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pirlo. Kaká.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That is good alertness. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Pirlo. And here's Hullet. Villa has a goal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's a good ball. Great hit! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. But it's Thuram. Kaká. Kaká.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And the half-time whistle goes. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. Milan head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. So off we go once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Now it's Hullet.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And it's Shevchenko. Quality ball. Shevchenko showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Martinez. Nesta gets over and intercepts. He won't be happy with that one. Costa Curta. Roberto Baggio. Costa Curta. Kaká. Out to the left it goes. Big chance! Oh, well played. Exemplary, that.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Thuram is there to clear. Now it's Roberto Baggio. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Couldn't squeeze it through. Kaká. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're...
Oh, what has happened here?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a throw. Well, no, that was never going to make it. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Oh, that's fabulous. Brilliantly cut out.
Shevchenko, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Right card. Di Lorenzo calmly anticipates. That pass has been well intercepted. Shevchenko! And that is wildly off target.
Milan were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 32.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 7.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Cambio di giocatori.
Milan are stuck in central station and they might find a fast track out wide if they'd care to look.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Good spot, he's seen the run. And he's shot a goal! He's got a goal! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless. The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have our breakthrough.
Oh, it was a long time coming, but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
That's going to go a long way.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Aim forwards. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's Pirlo. Thuram looking to run onto it.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Loose now and they want to get it back. Nesta gets it away. We are into stoppage time. Costa Curta. Nedved. And the referee brings it to a close. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So off we go then. Serginho, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now that looks a decent ball. That's been cut out, well played. Thuram makes the interception. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And that's gone loose. Nakata. And they're back on the ball again. Mateus. Oh, easy pickings there. That's headed upfield. It's Schneider. That is ended up in no man's land. Serginho. Hullet.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Fofana, pass somewhat off target. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Lukaku. Schneider. Shevchenko. Fofana. And he cuts out the supply. Looking here to chip it through. And it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Just eases him off the ball. Pull it. Schneider. Pull it! Oh, the ball's swept. He's got a side of goal. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Fofana is offering a right smile there.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And here's Schneider. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's been won straight back. And he's managed to get rid. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Lukaku. Hullet. He's a sharp little ball here. And he can clear it away. Mateus. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Great chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Simplicity itself.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? I couldn't quite sort his feet out in time to get it under control.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. De Gea deals with it effortlessly. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Hullet.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
That's a nicely measured pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Shevchenko gets into some space. Quality ball. And it's Nakata. That has been cut short. And now the breakaway. Mateus. Schneider. The fullback is in acres of space here. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not...
Can he finish? No mistake! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Milan are sitting pretty. 2-0. Oh, smashing header! There it is! to within one. Interesting. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. We have got ourselves a game here.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
That's beautifully weighted. Kaka is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now it's Lukaku, and he's got the beating of his man. Looking for the runner. And it's the goalkeeper's to claim. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pullet does well to get it back. Serginho. Good read, needed to be. Kaka. That is good alertness. Milan really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Just about up to the hour now. And he's taking no chances there.
Milan are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
It's run loose here. Serginho. And that's an errant pass. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Shevchenko. Serginho. Schneider. Schneider with... And the header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. There's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
He's played him through. Martinez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Oh, that's a key interception. Fofana. Now it's Lukaku. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Back into the middle. Schneider, and the cross comes in. Bastoni getting this one clear. That's really good defending.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Kaká gets a foot in here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Anh Hiếu ơi,
Corner number 2 then.
anh Hiếu ơi. Ở nghe nè. Anh khóa rồi. Để chút xíu nữa anh gửi đây cho.
Maldini with the clearance. And he's had a hit. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Corner number 3 coming up. He's got full. Should have equalised.
It looked like he got a bit anxious there when the pressure was on.
Serginho. Pullet.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's gone for goal! It's anyone's ball now. Worth a try, but not this time.
Martinez really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Punched away. He's dealt with that really well.
Oh, that's great. That's great concentration.
And the number on the board is 3. And it's Schneider. Maldini with the clearance. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And reclaimed it in a trice. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts... Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Goes down, but nothing given. He's cut it out. That's going to go a long way. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Hullet. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Now he's off and running. Oh, not quite. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Big chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hullet, now the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. Nicely aimed pass. Belts one. No, again there's no way through. Schneider. Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Now it's Hullet. Roberto Baggio. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Hullet. Quality ball. Getting on for a third of the way through the game.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and
Shevchenko! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Threads one in. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Schneider has it out wide and in space.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And here's Hullet. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Hullet. Donatoni. Donatoni. Donatoni going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Pirlo. Oh, it's Van Basten! Roberto Baggio! Tries to get it clear. That's been cut out, well played. Schneider. And it's played forward. Rijkaard gets it away. Nesta. Thuram. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Schneider. No, that's been intercepted. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Hullet. Face to face. And the shot! It's in! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Gol per il Milan, numero 8.
Milan. There's the whistle for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first-half success with another show of strength?
Milan in control at half-time, 2-0.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And we're off again. Thuram. Oh, well played. Milan different to some extent this half. Details. And here's a chance. He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
He's a sharp little ball here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Schneider is offering some sort of an apology. Fofana! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Quality ball. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Thuram clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Big header! And more and more and more! And they are pulling clear here. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Pirlo. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And here's Van Basten. It's Vieri! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Milan are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
L'affluenza di
Almost
quest'oggi
an hour
è di
gone.
81.007
Well
spettatori.
timed, excellent interception. And it's Hullet. He's in plenty of space here, and he's managed to get free. Hullet. Roberto Baggio. And he's picked out the run. Nesta calmly anticipates. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Donadoni, great ball, and he's in here. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gives it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Thuram. Oh, that's a key interception. And he was quick to react. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's heaved it away. Just about up to 75 minutes. Roberto Baggio. Oh, this looks sharp. Picked out brilliantly.
Milan appear determined to play through the middle again, and guess what? It's the same result.
And it's Hullet. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Hullet is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, good-looking ball. Nesta with the clearance, works it forward. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Thuram. Milan are coasting towards victory. He could be in here. Vieri. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Schneider touches it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Donadoni. And it's Thuram. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
That pass has been well intercepted. Nesta gets it away.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Milan have a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Nice interception, well timed. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that's that. Milan have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games.
Ơi. Hả? Hữu nó chuyển 300 mấy á.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. The action has already started. Nice interception, well timed. Platini going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Hullet. Platini providing an outlet on that. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has found the way through. And the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Milan looking to pass their way through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's in on goal! Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's there to belt it away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Snyder. Shevchenko. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Fofana. Great ball, and the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again!
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Stood up well to him there. Platini. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. There's the hit! We've got a goal! And that takes him up to 30.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Fiddles it through. Out of play for a goal kick. Milan finding their passes. Gullit showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that's a key interception. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And they've got rid. Mignon deals with it effortlessly.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Shevchenko. Mateus. Can he put it away? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Shevchenko deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Adriano. Kaká. He is through here. Baresi with the clearance. Oh, important interception. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Shevchenko. Fofana. Looking for the run. Gullit.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Good read, needed to be. Kaká. And it's Gullit. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
No, that's been intercepted. Serginho. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped
Ci
it.
sarà un minuto di recupero.
And Shevchenko! Oh, another save. And this could be the final action of the first half. Gullit getting this one. He's having a go! There's the whistle for half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. So your views on the first half?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. Milan get the ball rolling for the second period.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And it's hoisted clear. And he gets rid in a hurry. And he's had it nicked away. Fofana did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That is a brilliant interception. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Hullet. Mateus. He won't be happy with that one. Adriano. Now, what about a counter-attack? Kaká. Now there's a shapes to shoot! And he's done it!
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Right, Shevchenko. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 81.007 spettatori.
Milan are definitely going about this the right way.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
There's a look and place it forward. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Schneider. Now it's Shevchenko. Kaká. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Hullet. This Adriano! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Milan are looking to go forward now. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rijkaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Oh, he made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Schneider. And here's Hullet. Now it's Fofana.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's there to retrieve it. Pirlo. Leicester wins the duel this time. Schneider. He's gone for goal! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! He's got himself an absolute peach. Just one goal in it now. Game on.
Milan clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Nicked it back promptly. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Oh, shot a goal! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And smartly reclaimed. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Costa Curta. Hullet.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kaká. Adriano. And he was quick to get it clear again.
Milan certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Great chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Hullet has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Thuram clears it away. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's well spotted. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Thuram! Danger averted for now. And that is as far as it goes. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Milan lost their way after falling behind early. Their concentration was weak. game.